one is going to come and defend our country except ourselves. A loud and clear no to corruption by whomsoever.
Health EXPRTS accuse MANGWANA of misleading public ON system recovery. By a correspondent, the 25th of August 2025, government spokesperson Nick Mangwana has come under intense criticism from medical professionals who accuse him of painting a misleading picture of Zimbabwe's struggling health sector. On Thursday, Mangwana claimed the country's health system was on a recovery path, citing the construction of new facilities, solar-powered clinics, and emergency air ambulance services. Significant progress has been made in expanding and modernizing health facilities to ensure better service delivery, he told state media. According to government statistics, 47 new health centers have been built, 94 facilities renovated, and more than 1,000 solar systems installed to improve electricity reliability. In addition, borehole projects were reportedly implemented at 201 health institutions, while the air ambulance service, introduced in August 2024, has airlifted over 260 critical patients to major hospitals. Mangwana hailed the program as a 24-hour emergency response unit equipped with ICU support and manned by both Zimbabwean and Russian doctors. But frontline doctors and policy experts say the spokesperson's upbeat tone conceals the grim reality faced daily by patients and health workers. The health system is still struggling at its core, a senior doctor told News Times Zimbabwe. We face chronic shortages of drugs, lack of critical staff, and broken equipment. A few helicopters cannot compensate for systemic collapse. Others argue that government statistics are being used as public relations tools, while rural clinics remain starved of resources. Chronic underfunding, mismanagement, and lack of political will are the real issues. No amount of PR can hide that reality, said a health policy analyst. Nurses' unions also expressed frustration, pointing out that staff morale remains low due to poor pay and harsh working conditions. How can you claim recovery when doctors and nurses are leaving the country every month? We are losing talent faster than we can train it, one representative asked. Despite government's claims of progress, patients continue to bear the heaviest burden. Many Zimbabweans are forced to queue for hours at understaffed clinics, buy their own medicines, or turn to costly private treatment. Some, especially the wealthy and political elite, still travel abroad for specialized care. For ordinary citizens, the gap between official statements and lived reality remains as wide as ever.